You stop by your favorite coffee shop to get your go-to cup of joe for the day, and they're out of your favorite specialty creamer. And as you drive away, you spike the brakes in mid-sip and spill that same coffee all over your blouse or dress pants. Great, you mutter to yourself. Is this how the day is going to go? We've all been there, and in today's video, we'll discover what we can learn from a baby to help get us on track and not spoil the day. Let's tap back in together. This is my daughter, Maddie, and I promise that I'm not here to gush about my baby girl, though I do gush well and gush often. In this picture, you can see her sitting with her favorite turtle, Donatello, and you probably have a few guesses to where that little guy got his name. Here's a hint. It wasn't the famous artist. At any rate, she looks pretty content playing with him, doesn't she? You might also notice, where's her shirt? She's got a nice headband on, a bib, but she seems to be missing an important part of her baby ensemble. Well, here's the thing. Moments before this pic was snapped, she spit up. And I'm not talking about a small amount of spit up. We are talking about exorcist levels of pea soup spewing, as if something from the dark void hidden within the recesses of her cute baby-faced exterior had suddenly awakened and were ready to spew forth and conquer the world. It was epic, impressive, and worthy of our respect and awe. Believe it or not, my little girl's tummy troubles are not the focus of this week's video. What I want to share with you is the moment after. Now, if you or I had just managed to expunge the demons hidden deep within our stomachs all over the table, our clothes, and the person in front of us, we'd be mortified, embarrassed, or some hybrid combination of upset and sad all at once. You know how she reacted? She paused, eyes full of surprise and wonder, and then went right back to giggling, playing everything she was doing before. The fact that she had just drenched mommy with formula, ruined her outfit for the day, and covered daddy's iPad in half-digested liquid goo didn't stop her from enjoying the moment, from living her life. And I think that's a lesson that all of us could take to heart. You see, how many times have we had something that felt like a step back? It could be an embarrassing moment in a meeting, an argument with a spouse, or some guy cutting in front of you in traffic without using his turn signal. Seriously, I hate that. Most of the time, we immediately start to dramatize the story in front of us. We add layers of emotion, fear, and we often assign villains, victims, and vindication. We dwell, stew, and otherwise focus on what just happened, and ultimately, we let those one or two bad moments shape the rest of our day. And when we do this, we tap out of life. So, how do we tap back in? Acknowledge the event. Much like my daughter, you have that moment of, that just happened. Just like her wide-eyed stare into my wife's eyes. The trick is, she then lets it go. She doesn't care if she's covered in formula. She goes right back to doing what she was doing before. Undeterred from her course of action, she moves forward. She doesn't let it stop her, or, more importantly, slow her momentum. What if we adopted this mindset? What if we acknowledged whatever that step back might be, and then, instead of falling in love with that twisted narrative we often tell ourselves, or following into that woe is me mindset, we chose to let it go and simply acknowledged it and decided not to let it ruin the rest of our day. Is this easy? No. Few things in life are. But the older I get, the more I realize that the example that we are to others is our greatest legacy, whether it's those we lead, those we partner with, or those we raise. And how we live our lives is the greatest thing that we can live behind. So, the next time you are faced with an inconvenient moment, or a series of them, whether it's running late to work and realizing that the gas light has been on for 10 miles, spilling water all over your nightstand, or getting cut off in traffic, or some combination of all three, stop and recognize the event for what it is, an inconvenient moment. Then shift your focus to the rest of your day. Choose to not let these interruptions ruin your day, and like my baby daughter, go right back to living your life. There are so many good moments in a day. It's a shame to let one or two bad ones spoil them. I'm planning on making today great, no matter what happens. How about you? Tap back in.